Time now for another check on your morning forecast, Henry.
Well, today's probably not going to be the best day to enjoy the sunshine.
No,
but there is some good news on the way. And we are going to see those 70s coming back by the time we get to around Thursday. But just today, we're going to be looking at temperatures just barely trying to hit that 50-degree mark. And then tonight, down into those upper 20s. If you thought yesterday morning and this morning was cold, it's just going to get colder. But after that, we push that aside. Not going to have to worry about it. Better weather to get outside and enjoy. Just keep in mind, tree pollen is going to remain high. Trying to dip down just a little bit into Thursday, but still, for those getting bothered with allergies at the moment, not going to see much in the way of relief over the next several days. So, set of cold fronts moving through this morning, responsible for our drop in temperatures and the reason why we're barely going to be making it into the 50s. We'll see those northerly winds continuing to usher in that cold air from the north, but at least it is going to be dry air, so clear skies today. We'll take full advantage of that, with high pressure still trying to stick around and continue to provide us just mainly quiet weather over the next several days. Now, high pressure, once it starts to move off towards the east, very beneficial for us to bring in some of those southerly winds to help warm us up for the second half of the week, and we'll stay just still quiet through the entire week. Now, another area of high pressure builds in going into Friday, but just dips down a bit towards the south, allowing for that chance for some precip Friday night. But that's basically just about it in terms of rain over the next several days, as our weekend is still anticipated to stay on the dry side, and especially the start of next week, which does increase that fire risk for us. So we are going to be looking at low relative humidity through the week, and with some dry brush out there, that does equal fuel for any fires that were to start. But luckily, limited winds over the next couple of days, that is going to prevent any spread of wildfires if one were to start. So keep that in mind as we get through these dry days over the next several days. So looking at today, we will get up into those low 40s by 11 o'clock. Going into your afternoon, just northerly winds around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Then tonight, more widespread frost is likely as we drop towards those upper 20s. Looking ahead at tomorrow, quickly warming up. Here comes those mid-60s and 70s by Thursday. 80s approaching the second half of the weekend, and we should still be able to enjoy that very warm weather coming back as we get into the start of next week. Emma Grace.